Hello, my loves. I want to do my first ranking of 2024, and of course, I have to start with Britney. I want to do Circus because Circus is iconic, it's a legendary, and I'm just excited to talk about it. I love this album so much. I love all of her albums, obviously, but Circus, this was, deemed her comeback, which I don't agree with that. Like, this, where did she go? Like, where exactly did she go that she needed to come back? I don't know. I do not know. And yeah, I get it. It was all her, like, personal life stuff. But in terms of, like, the charts, like, girl, she never left. She did not left. She did not need to come back. But, yeah, Circus, this is just such a great album. And I'm excited to talk about it. This is going to be a long one. There's 18 songs here. Grab some snacks. I got thoughts. I got opinions. So let's just get right into it. This is going to be my personal least favorites to my personal favorites. Number 18 is My Baby, My Baby. I'm so sorry, I should not be singing this early. I feel bad putting My Baby this low because this is obviously a very personal song to Britney. It's obviously about her babies, and it's really sweet. Like, don't get me wrong, I still really like My Baby, and I've cried to it a lot. I just simply don't listen to it as much, that's all. I feel like I need to know someone who is having a baby for me to, like, fully enjoy this song. I don't know. Like, I just really need to have an actual baby being born for me to, like, fully take this song in. Like, I knew somebody that had a child semi-recently, and, like, seeing the video of them, like, meeting for the first time, of course I played My Baby, and of course I bawled my eyes out, like, obviously. I really do like this song. Like, don't think that because it's last, I don't like it. I really do. I just think that it's a very endearing, like, sweet song. And obviously, like, you just hear Britney's, like, love for her child in it. And I just think that that is so, like, touching. I feel the same way about Someday I Will Understand. Like, I love a good Mama Britney song. And this one is definitely a good one. It's just one that, again, I just don't really listen to that much. Number 17 is Quicksand. Wasn't this a demo for Lady Gaga or something? I don't know, I forget. Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. Okay, it was written by Lady Gaga, and I guess that it was for the Fame. I cannot imagine the song on the Fame. I don't know, I don't really see it on that album necessarily. But yeah, Quicksand, this is a really underrated cut. I think the chorus is so catchy, and I really love the piano in it. I think that Britney just sounds very pretty in it. And it's, yeah, just kind of a unique song. I don't know. Like, the thing about Circus is I feel like each individual track, like, has its own thing going on. Like, every single song just has something, like, unique about it. And this song, to me, it's, like, the piano. It's Britney's kind of, like, fractured, like, frail performance in it. And I just think that gives the song a character. It makes it very memorable. You really just hear the desperation in her voice as she's trying to cling on to this relationship that obviously is not working. And I really like the metaphor too of them sinking into quicksand as like a metaphor for their relationship just going south. That's a cool metaphor. I feel like I've never actually heard that in the song before. So yeah, like this is a really good song. And also the bridge and like her ending like vocals, oh my god, it's so good. The way that the song ends with the little like hold on like in the background, it is so good. Like this is just a very, very strong cut, and I feel like it's underrated, but I also say that about literally every song, but whatever. I don't know, the song like actually is underrated. Number 16 is Rock Boy. These two are tied. To me, these ones could switch places. I will just say right now, literally, I am not confident in this ranking whatsoever. Circus to me is just like, so many of the songs are just on even footing, and like ranking them is just strange to me. Like ranking these songs just doesn't feel right. I feel like I like a lot of them equally, and like these two can swap places very easily. I had the same problem doing Bionic by Christina Aguilera. That album is so impossible for me to rank because, like, I don't know, like, I just don't really prefer necessarily one song over the other on that one. And it's really the same here. Like, I don't necessarily prefer Rock Boy over Quicksand, but it's just, I have to put them in an order. Like, what can I say? Rock Boy, this is like a cool little, like, hidden gem. It's really fun. It's very, like, eccentric. I love her vocals when she's like, get up, get up, get up. Like, it's so, like, fun. Like, it's just a really good one to scream along with. I love when the girls go rock. We know this. Like, I am a pop rock girly, and I just love when Britney does rock. I feel like she does that genre really well because she could either go in two directions. Like, she could do, like, when she did You Oughta Know on the Circus tour, like, she could go the angry route, and she really sells that too. But she could go this route on this song, which is more, like, fun and more upbeat. Like, this song has kind of a 60s vibe going on. I don't know if it's necessarily 60s, but that's what it gives me. It gives me like 60s, it gives me Beach Boys, and it's just a really, really good time. I love like the fast-paced verses. I never learned the lyrics to the song because I feel like they just go by so fast, but it's just a really good one to dance along with. I really do enjoy this one. Number 15 is Trouble, Trouble, Trouble. I really love this song. The song is, first of all, this song is just straight up Celebration by Madonna. Like, I don't know which one came out first, but they sound just like each other, but that's okay to me. Like, I love Celebration, and I love this song too. This song is just fun. Like, I don't know what else there is to say. Like, it's just a good dance track. I love the synthy, like, electropop production. I love the pre-chorus of like the little "you could tuck me into it if you wanted to." That part is so catchy. And I like the chorus too. The chorus is super catchy as well. I think that this song is maybe a little more generic. Like, I can kind of see like other people singing this song, if that makes any sense. Like, there's not much in this that necessarily gives me Britney, if that makes any sense to y'all. Like, I can hear a lot of other artists singing this. I mean, like I said in the beginning, it literally is just Celebration by Madonna, so like, I could see Madonna singing this, I guess. But yeah, that's why this song never like 1000% clicked for me. And don't get me wrong, I still really enjoy it, but it just never like got there. Like, it never did enough to really push itself into the upper echelon of Britney for me, you know? Like, it's one that I feel like I should like more, and also I should listen to more, because in theory, this song is my exact type of song. It's electro, it's dance, and it's Britney. Like, I really don't need anything else out of my music. But, yeah, there's just, like, not necessarily enough personality in it, I guess. Like, I want there to be more Britney in it, and I just don't really sense it from this song. But again, like, that's not to say that it's a bad song at all. I think that it's good for what it is. I'm pretty sure it was a bonus track, and it does give me like bonus track vibes. Like, I almost feel like it was an outtake. I feel like this one was like kind of close to not even being on the album, because it doesn't necessarily sound like the most polished. So who knows, maybe this actually almost went unreleased, and I'm happy that we have it. But yeah, not like one of my favorite Britney songs, obviously, but still a great one. Like, I don't really have anything necessarily bad to say about it. Number 14 is Phonography. Let's talk about biology. This song is so ridiculous. Like, this song is so ridiculous. The fact that she has a whole song about phone sex after she did Don't Hang Up a few years earlier, which was also about phone sex. Like, the girl loves her phone sex. I love that for her. I just love how this song is kind of a time capsule of 2008. Like, you could tell that this was when phones were still relatively new-ish, or like cell phones were, you know, still kind of gradually being adopted by people. And it was like represented in music. Like, you had Video Phone by Beyonce, and, you know, songs like that that are very outdated nowadays, but they're fun to look back on, you know? And like, I just love the pre-chorus in this song where she's like, I like my Bluetooth, the buttons coming loose. I need my hands free, then I let my mind roam, playing with my ringtone. Like, it's just all these things that, like, obviously people cared more about back then because phones were new. And it's like, oh my god, you can have ringtones and you could pay $1 to have a Britney Spears song as your ringtone. Like, did anyone ever do that? I never actually had a song as a ringtone. Even back then, like, as a kid, I was like, that's stupid. Like, why would I pay money to have this be my ringtone? I don't know, that just, like, never appealed to me. But this song is just so ridiculous. Like, I just love how on the nose the metaphors are. Like, I love when she's like, I got a star 69 for that ass, for that ass. It's just so ridiculous. It is just such a ridiculous song, and that's why I love it. You know, like, I love when Britney just leans fully into being silly, and that's what this song is. Like, it's just silly fun. I feel like Britney has two categories of sex songs. There's the sex songs that are, like, actually genuinely sexy, like Breathe on Me or Touch My Hand, where it's like she creates this atmosphere and it's, like, very sensual. And then there's songs like Phonography or Clumsy or Private Show that are, like, fun sex songs. Like, it's the ones where they're not even necessarily sexy, they're more about just, like, having fun. And that's what this one is. Like, this is just a funny, funny song. I also love like the digital effects that she has on her voice in it, where she sounds like almost robotic. It's very Blackout reminiscent. I love that little voice in the pre-chorus that goes, go. Like, it's just so funny. Like, who is that? Who is saying that? And also, I just think that it's catchy. You know, like, this is just a really catchy song. Like, let's talk about biology, make believe you're next to me. Like, how do you not get that out of your head? I will say, though, like, I listened to the song. I remember I got into Britney in middle school, but there were some songs that were, like, not on my radar. Like, they slipped through the cracks, and this was one of them. I didn't actually listen to the song until I was in high school. And that was after I had taken biology, and I hated that class so much. Like, that was my least favorite class. To this day, that was my least favorite class I ever took. So the fact that she wants to talk about biology, I'm like, Brittany, let's not go there, you know? Like, I know she's not talking about that biology, but even still, like, I just have trauma, and I just cannot hear that word biology anymore. Unless it's by Girls Aloud. In that case, I guess I can make an exception. But, yeah, I really love Phonography. It's just a really, really fun song. Number 13 is Kill the Lights. Again, like, these are tied. Like, to me, this is still a tie. Like, I feel like from 17 till now, it's, like, all a tie. I think I like all these songs equally, but, they just have to go somewhere. Kill the Lights. This is such a good Screw You song. Like, we know Britney loves a good Screw You song, and this one, it's very, like, Piece of Me reminiscent, just in terms of the fact that she's basically looking at the media and saying, you know what, screw you, like, I can do whatever I want and you're just all gonna have to watch, and I know that you're waiting for me because you build your careers on me. There's just so much power in saying that. And also, this song is just so quotable. There are just so many great lines in the song. Obviously, it starts off with like the whole, ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program to bring you a special bulletin from our very own Princess of Pop, now Queen of Pop. Like, that is the one, I feel like she's never acknowledged that she is the Queen of Pop. And, like, the fact that she says it in this song, well, she doesn't say it, but, like, the fact that it's even said in this song, I'm just like, yes, Britney, like, own it. You are the fucking Queen of Pop. Like, say it with your whole chest. But, yeah, I love how it starts like that. And then it just immediately goes into Britney being like, you don't like me, I don't like you, it don't matter, only difference, you still listen, I don't have to. It's so good. Like, there's just so many, and the rest of that, like, verse too, like, in one ear and out the other, I don't need you, your words don't stick, I ain't perfect, but you ain't either. Like, it's just so good. Like, you could just sense there's so much, like, venom in the song. Like, this song just has a bite. Like, there really is, like, genuinely such a biting confidence where you could tell she knows she's in control and she knows that she is that bitch. I love it so much. And then, yeah, like I was saying, there's just so many good lines. Like, if you're feeling froggy, leave. Like, I love that one. That one is just such a, like, stupid line, but, like, I love it. It just works. And, obviously, I love, is that money in your pocket? Are you happy to see me? It's so good. Like, there's just so many great quotable moments in this song, and it just makes it a really fun one to sing along with. It's very satisfying to sing along with. I kind of think of it as Piece of Me's sister song. I don't think it's nearly as good as Piece of Me, but they're, like, similar thematically. And that's why I always kind of thought, like, maybe this one could have been meant for Blackout. I don't know, maybe. Like, maybe it was a demo before, maybe they, like, repurposed it. A lot of Circus, I feel, definitely was, like, Blackout demos. Like, there's a few songs on here that I just fully believe were meant for Blackout and were just repurposed. But, it's not like that's a bad thing. Like, Blackout is the greatest album ever made, so obviously that's good. But yeah, this one I see fitting in with Blackout because it has the confidence of that album, it has the cockiness of that album, and that's why I like it so much. Like, I have to say, like, Britney, to me, is at her best when she's fully just owning it, and she is being that girl. Because we all know, like, she in real life seems to be, like, this very sweet and very humble person. She's still, like, that very, like, polite Southern girl. And, like, that's why we love her, too. Don't get me wrong. But it's just very satisfying when in her music specifically, because I feel like it always comes out through her music. Like, she knows that she has this power, and she knows that she is the Queen of Pop. She just doesn't want to say it, but, like, when she's in performer mode, when she's in music mode, I feel like that's when it comes out. So, yeah, this song is just really, like, good for that reason. I love when Britney just owns that she is that bitch. Number 12 is Shattered Glass. I love this song so much. This song is so underrated. I used to have, like, a concept for a video for this song, but I kind of, like, forgot it, because I used to be so obsessed with this song in high school, But and I would always like picture whenever I listen to music, I'm always like trying to picture visuals, like what would go along with it. This one, I don't know, like I just vaguely see it like nighttime. She's in like a really pretty dress. Like there has to be something with glass. Like I don't necessarily know. Maybe she's like a porcelain doll or something. Like I want it to be like creepy. Like I want it to be like kind of a scary video. Maybe she like morphs into a porcelain doll like as the video goes on. I don't know. Like there's some sort of concept, and she shatters at the end. I don't know. Like there's some sort of concept here, but I just somebody smarter and more creative needs to do it. Anyway, the song itself, Shattered Glass. This is such a great like kiss off anthem. And I love when Britney goes down this lane. Again, like, I love when Britney has, like, the anger in her music. And this one, you could tell, like, she is so, like, vengeful towards this man who just absolutely ruined their relationship. Could the song be about K-Fed? We don't know. We don't know, but it could be. I just love the bite in this song. I just think the lyrics are so good. Like, did I wake you? Were you sleeping? Were you still in the bed? Or is it a nightmare keeping you up instead? Or my favorite lyrics are in the pre-chorus where she's saying, was it really worth it? Was she everything that you were looking for to feel like a man? That is so good. Like, there is just so much cutting lyrics. And I love the chorus where the music kind of like goes out for a second and it just gives way for Britney's vocals. And she just sounds so pretty in it. Like, I love when she's saying, you're gonna see me in your dreams tonight. My face is gonna haunt you all the time. It's so good. I promise that you're gonna want me back when your world falls apart like shattered glass. Like, that is just such a well-written chorus. Like, you really just feel the anger. You feel the way that she's been done wrong, you know? And I just really, really love that. Like, this song is just so cutting. And it's also really catchy. Like, this is a really fun song. And it's another one that I kind of could see on Blackout. I don't know, I think it's like the dark electro-poppiness of it all. It just sounds like a continuation of that sound. Like, I don't know if this was necessarily, like, ever meant for Blackout. I don't think that it was. But I could kind of almost see it being on it. I don't know. I think there's just elements in the song that give me Blackout, like the repeated like last refrain after the chorus where she's like glass, glass, like, and her voice is a little robotic. Like I could see that being like a Blackout moment. Or even just the beginning where it's like the huhs and like there's the electronic music going in the background. Like that's just something that I think is reminiscent of Blackout. And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm talking more about that album than I'm talking about Circus in this video. But to me, they're so linked. Like to me, Circus is the younger, brighter, lighter sister of Blackout. But at the same time, it still has like elements from that album. So that's why like I will never think of Circus without thinking of Blackout, because they're linked. To me, they are very linked. But that's, again, a compliment, because Blackout's the greatest album ever made. So, yeah, Shattered Glass, this is a really good song. I want a video for it. I want it to be creepy. I want it to be scary. I want her to be a porcelain doll, and I want her to actually shatter at the end. Like, I don't know, there's got to be some sort of concept there. I just want to see it. Number 11 is Blur. Blur is such a good waking up after last night song. Like, this one and Early Morning from In The Zone always went hand in hand to me, because they're pretty much about the same thing. Like, they're basically about waking up and being like, oh god, like, what the hell did I do last night? And this one, she sounds more, like, regretful. Like, this was Britney in, like, her mommy era being like, okay, I should not be doing this anymore. Like, I cannot have this lifestyle. And I think a part of that was definitely, like, the image rehabilitation that like her team was trying to do for her at the time. I think having this song on here may have been a little intentional. Like I think that they maybe knew like, okay, people see Britney as this party girl, so let's do a song where she's waking up and she is audibly like regretful and she is acknowledging that she shouldn't have given in. I mean, I don't actually know if that was the intention behind the song, but if it was, like I could see that. Like I can actually see like her team kind of like plotting that. I don't know. Obviously not that that's like right, because it's like, she even said in her book, like she was like, I didn't even go out partying that much. Like it's just that when I did, the paparazzi was like always on my ass and I just got painted in a negative light. But that's just how it was for her back then, which is sad. But regardless of any of that, like I just think Blur is a really good song. I think it just sounds cool. Like I love the guitar riff in it. It just gives the song like an identity. And I love how it starts and she's like telling a story. Like I love how the song really does like paint this picture. You could just sense like the hangover where she's saying like, turn the lights out, this shit is way too fucking bright, like want to poke my eyes out if you want to mess with my eyesight. And like who are you? Like, what did we do last night? I mean, we've all been there. It's like, that's definitely a situation where I'm sure, like, at least some of us can relate to that. So, yeah, like, I really love a good I'm a hot mess song, and that's what Blur is. Like, she's waking up in some stranger's place, she needs an aspirin, she wants her things, and she doesn't even know this guy's name. I love that. You know what, Brittany? Get your life. Get your life. Number 10 is Amnesia. Amnesia is a really, I'm sorry, underrated track. Like, I keep saying that, I'm so sorry, but like, I really do just think that this is. Amnesia is just so, like, weird. Like, this is one of the strangest Britney songs to me. It sounds like a musical theater production. I don't know if anyone else ever got that, but this song to me, like, I was just pictured like a stage play. Like, I really, like, always see this song playing out as a stage play, because it just, like, sounds like that. I don't know what it is. I think it's, like, the instrumentation. It just sounds very, like, jaunty and like skippy, if that makes any sense. I think it's really just like that big like deep drum, and then like her little harmonies where she's like the and like the beginning of the song. And it's also just like how she's spelling out the story, how she's like telling a story where she's like, I saw you standing there in the parking lot. He asked if I came here a lot, which that part I'm pretty sure she like intentionally made it sound like she's saying he asked if I'm fucking a lot. I don't know, listen to it. It sounds like you could interpret it both ways, and I feel like that was intentional, which that would be funny if she did that in this song, because she also did that with If You Seek Amy, essentially. Yeah, but I just think that the song is like goes off. Like, the chorus has no right being so catchy. Like, the whole I forgot my name, I forgot my telephone number. It is so insanely catchy. And then like, I love how there's a dual chorus. Like, I love songs that have essentially like two-part choruses. And I love this one where it's like the I get amnesia when I'm standing next to you. Uh-oh. It's so catchy. Like, it just makes the song just have so much energy. It's so upbeat. It's so lively. And it's just really one that goes off. Yeah, like, I just really think that this is a really fun song. And there's so many, like, Britney-isms in this song. Like, this is a song that only Britney could sing, because it is, like, kind of strange. And there are, like, these little quirky, like, moments. Like, I love when she's saying, but boy, lately, when I see you, I stutter, watch you slip away like butterflies. Like, I love that. I love how she actually stutters when she's saying stutter. And, I just think the concept of the song itself is also really funny. Like, I love how she's using getting amnesia as basically her way of excusing the fact that she wants to cheat on her boyfriends. Like, that is so funny. Like, it's very tongue-in-cheek. Like, this is just a very tongue-in-cheek song. And Britney sells songs like that so well. Like, she just does so well on the song like this. And again, it's just like so different. Like, this is not the type of song that Britney usually does. Like, I feel like she doesn't have another song like this, and that's what makes it so unique, and that's what makes it fit on Circus, because it's just like so out there. Like, it's just such a out there song, and it just makes it so memorable. I love Amnesia so much. I was obsessed with this song in high school. Like, I had a moment with the song. Like, I just had such a moment with the song. I would listen to it literally every single day. And it's just a joy to listen to. Like, it's just so infectious. Like, it just does not stop. Like, it starts and then, like, it just goes. And I just feel like it keeps building and building. And there's, like, these new, like, elements added in, like, every minute. And, yeah, like, this song is just so energetic. It's so good. And I just really, really enjoy it, if that wasn't obvious. Number 9 is Mannequin. The song I definitely feel was meant for Blackout. It really, really sounds like a Blackout song. This is just such a cool song. Like, I keep saying it about like every song here, but it really, really is. It is just very like dark and weird. Like, it's an ominous kind of song. I love how it's basically just her saying, you know what? I get to do whatever I want to do. You over there, however you feel about it, I don't care. My face like a mannequin. Like, I love that. Like, she is just giving you bad bitch energy on this song. And it's just the personality in the song for me. Like, she is saying, like, I can't help myself. I'm just doing what I do. Help myself to anything that I want, so thank you. Like, that is just so cool. Like, she is just owning her power. I love that. And the song just, like, sounds really, like, trippy and, like, electronic, and it's kind of, like, hip-hop inspired. There's just a lot that's going on in this song that makes this really, like, dark synth-pop cool banger. It just goes off, and I love how frantic the production is. Like, there's just so many, like, moments in the song where the music just kind of does its own thing, and it sounds like an internal freak out. Like, that's what this song sounds like. Like, it is giving you, like, this freak out, and it just sounds like it's having a panic attack. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one that ever thought that, but that's what it sounds like, because it is so, like, all over the place. And I love how that works, like, against the lyrics that are saying like, I don't care, like my face is like a mannequin, like I'm emotionless, I'm void, whatever your feelings are, I do not care, like this is me, this is how I'm gonna be, and I just could not care less about your feelings. Like that is what this song is, and that's why it's so brilliant. Like there is just so many layers to this song that I feel make it interesting to study. Like I really feel like this song should be like examined. It really just seems like a deeper song than it appears to be, and that's what makes it just such an interesting track. I really do think that this would go off live. I would kill to see it live. I want a video. I want it to be really scary. Like I want it to be like a trippy, like scary, weird video. I want it to be themed after like horror sci-fi 80s movies. Like that's just the vibe that I get from it. Like I'm picturing like just this really like off-putting like uncanny valley style video, because this song just gives me that. It gives me like 80s. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it sounds kind of futuristic, and I feel like futurism was like a big thing in the 80s. And it also just has Britney's vocals being like very robotic and like digitized, and like purposefully to like drive home the point that she's now this emotionless mannequin. And I just think that's so cool. Like this is just such a fascinating song. It really, really is. Definitely one of the best deep cuts from this album. Number 8 is Lace and Leather. Oh my god, this song was always one of my favorite Britney songs. I just love how like girly it is, but also how sexy it is. Like I love the lyrics. I love French fingertips, red lips, bitches dangerous, cotton candy kiss, can't wait for my sugar rush. Like I love that. I love like the really like feminine imagery, but then it's like juxtaposed with Britney basically being this like BDSM queen. Like I just love that. I love when Britney has fun with a fun, sexy song. And I don't know, I just feel like this one was fun for her to record. Like we know the girl loves getting a little freaky, and that's what this song is. Like it's literally lace and leather. And it just paints this picture of Britney being like this dominatrix. Like it is just such a fun song. I just really, really enjoy it. And it's so, so catchy. Like I just love the production. I love like, is it like a guitar that they're using in it? Whatever that like instrument is, that's like that like it just sounds really fun. Like this is just a really fun song to dance to, and I love how massive the chorus is. Like it's so like 2008, because you could tell like those giant like pop choruses. This one definitely has that, and I just love that. I just think that this is a really, really good time, and definitely one of the catchiest songs on Circus. Like I know I've said like every song is catchy. This is like genuinely like such an earworm. Like this one will not leave your head. Yeah, Lace and Leather, I just love that song so much. Number 7 is Papi. I feel like the song gets a lot of hate. Like, I feel like I like the song maybe a little bit too much, but I am sorry. Like, this is just sunny summer day as a song. Like, this is just such a great, great chilling by the pool song. I just really enjoy it for that reason. And it's just silly. Like, it is just a silly, goofy, good time. And Britney is just giving you like this 50s like beach movie like surfer girl kind of energy on the song. I love the way she says like bye bye. It's just so good. Like it's so Britney. Like I've said that so much, but like it really is. Like I love when you could tell like Britney is really giving like the performance. Like she is giving you a Britney Spears performance. Like you could only get this performance from her. Like I just love the little moments in the song. Like I love when she's like, and don't break my heart, let's make out. Like I love that. And then the little like, let's make out, let's make out. Like it's just so playful. The song is just very playful, and I love that. I love a goofy, silly song. Like when did we ever become above fun? You know, like why can't we just have fun? Like some songs are literally just meant to be goofy, fun times, and that's what this song is. And I just appreciate it for that reason. I appreciate a dumb, mindless little bop, and that's what Papi is. I love, like, especially how the bridge just, like, gives up. Like, it literally is just her saying, like, Papi, Papi. Like, that's literally the entire bridge, and it's so lazy, but, like, it's kind of funny. Like, I really do feel like it kind of works because it's so just, like, stupid. And, yeah, like, that's how I would describe the song. Like, it works because it is kind of stupid and mindless. And sometimes that's all that you need a pop song to be. Yeah, Papi, this is just a bop. It's so catchy. Oh my god. Like, I love the chorus where there's just like that pretty, like, sounding production in the background. And her voice just, she goes into like her higher register. And it's just like euphoria. Like, it just feels like bliss. This song is bliss. I absolutely love it. Number 6 is Womanizer. This song is pop perfection. This was one of the best singles released in the 2000s. I don't want to hear it. Oh my god, like, when this song dropped, like, you cannot escape it. I remember just seeing it everywhere, hearing it all the time on the radio. It was so inescapable, and like for good reason. Like this song literally is just like the textbook example of how to do a pop song. Like it literally is. You have that extremely just like busy like wall of sounds production. It's just like so noisy and just like in your face right from the beginning. And then Britney's like coy delivery in it is just so like fun and playful. And like I keep saying that, but like this whole album really does just have that kind of energy, and this song definitely has that. Like she's simultaneously being like flirty as much as she's being like screw off. Like that's what I like about the song. That's why I think it works. Like this isn't even like a mean-spirited song about like telling this man to screw off. Like this is literally her just being like, I know you want this, but you ain't getting it because you're a womanizer. I love that. Like it makes the song so cathartic to sing along to, because like I don't know, I feel like a lot of us have known people like this who probably think that they got game but they just don't, and it's just like funny to think about that as you're singing the song. Like the song is fun, it's relatable, it's very like easy to sing along with. Obviously the chorus is essentially like one word like repeated a lot, but like whatever. Like I get why people wouldn't like the chorus because yeah, it is repetitive, but me personally, I just like it. Like I just think that it's catchy, it's really fun. And yeah, like this song just goes off. Like what else do I need to say? It's Womanizer. Like this is a classic. Like to me, this actually is a classic pop song, and like I don't care. I don't want to hear from anyone else. Like this is such a staple. Like this is a 2000s pop classic. My favorite part is in the second verse where she's like lollipop. Must mistake me, a sucker. I love that part. Yeah, Womanizer, I just go off to this song every single time. The video is so good too. The guy in the video is so hot. Oh my god. I used to just watch the video for the guy. He's so fucking hot. Oh, I love him. Anyways, number 5, speaking of classics, is Circus, the title track. The song, like, is such a good summation of Britney's career. Like, I feel like if I had to choose... I was gonna say if I had to choose one song that just like sums up her entire like career, it would be Circus. I don't know if I would necessarily say that, but I feel like it's one of the stronger contenders because obviously the 2000s was like Britney mania. Like she was the name on everyone's mouth, and her life literally was a circus. You know what? No, I would say that this is the song that like sums up her entire career. Her like entire life is a circus, and it's like sad obviously, but I'm just saying like this song exemplifies that. I just really love the energy that she has in this song. Like she knows she is the ringleader, she calls the shots, she is a firecracker, she makes it hot. Like I just really love again how she's owning her power, and she is giving you Queen of Pop energy as she should, because she is. Like Circus is just such a bitch I'm here song. Like this is the song that I sing when I just want to feel like a badass, and when I want to feel like I'm in control way more than I am. But yeah, like what else do I need to say about it? Circus, this is another one of the best singles from the 2000s. You could talk to a wall if you disagree, because it just is. And yeah, it will never get old. I feel like the song has grown on me even more like throughout the years. Like I remember Womanizer used to be my like no doubt favorite single from this album. But like as the years have gone on, I actually appreciate Circus like more and more, and I think that's because like I see how it does relate to her life, and like as the years have gone on and like more and more information comes out and we just see how like actually crazy her life is, like a song like Circus really was just like telling us like plainly like, yeah, my life is crazy, like my life is a circus. And I know it's really more meant to be like everyone's looking at me because I'm the center of the stage, but I just think that like the term circus like actually just works so well to describe her life, and I just think that it works in like this weird meta way for that reason. But yeah, Circus, it's a classic. What else do I need to say? Number 4 is Out From Under, the cover of the Bratz movie soundtrack. So I'll never get over that. I'll never get over how this song was originally on the Bratz movie soundtrack. Like, that's just great. Name a more 2000s thing than a Britney Spears song that's a cover of a live-action Bratz movie soundtrack song. Out From Under, this song is so gorgeous. Like, this is one of my all-time favorite Britney ballads. Britney doesn't do, like, a ton of ballads, so when she does, they are like so excellent. And this one, oh my god, like it is so beautiful. Like this song just has like this luscious soundscape to it. Britney is at her like prettiest and just like most vulnerable vocally, and I just really think that the lyrics very much relate to what she was going through. And it's not like she does super personal songs a lot, and this one, even though it wasn't written by her, even though it wasn't meant for her, it still just works so extremely well. I talked about this in my my Britney Spears songs that should have been singles video. Even though it wasn't written for her, it so relates exactly to her situation back then with Kevin Federline and how that relationship just like fizzled out even though she didn't want it to. And I just really feel like you hear her soul in the song. And it's not like she gets super personal like this a lot in her discography, so when she does, it really, really stands out. Out From Under, the song is just gorgeous. It makes me cry so much, and I just absolutely love it. And it's funny because, like, I'm not really... We've seen it in a lot of my rankings. Usually I rank, like, a lot of the ballads a little bit lower, but on Circus, ironically, the ballads are some of my favorites. So, yeah, this one is just, like, excellently done. I have cried to it many a time, and I will be crying to it a lot in the future. It's absolutely a stunning song. Number 3 is If You Seek Amy. Doesn't make any sense, does it? This song, oh my god, the fact that she, like, got away with this is so funny to me. I, like most people, just did not know what the hell this song meant when it first came out, and it really wasn't until I got into her music that I was like, oh, that's what this was supposed to mean. Like, it is just so brilliant. And now it's funny, like, I can't even, like, hear the title without hearing F-U-C-K me. Like, I really can't. It's great. This song is a banger. Like, this song is just a bop, like, plain and simple. I feel like now it is my favorite single from this album, and I could say that kind of definitively. Not only because it does just, like, go off. Like, I love the little la, 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 la. Like, that is great. It's so catchy. It's such a great, like, hook. It's so brilliant. But also, yeah, it's just the fact that, like, it's scandalous. Like, I love a good scandal in my pop music, and that's what she gave us with this. I just think that it's so awesome that she was literally criticized all the time, literally since the beginning of her career, as, like, being promiscuous and, like, you know, not being a virgin or whatever, which was so stupid. But, and then she comes out and she makes a song like this. Like, that is just awesome. Like, yes, Britney, like, I love that. Like, there really is just, like, this genuine empowerment in this song, because she is just being so, like, sly about it. She's being so slick about it, and she literally pulled the wool over everyone's eyes. Like, no one knew what the song was about. Little kids were literally singing If You See Me. Like, it's just amazing. Like, I was in the 5th grade when the song dropped, and I was singing these lyrics. It is just great. And it's so funny because, like, as a kid, I literally thought she was looking for a girl named Amy. I was like, where is she? Like, where is Amy? Where did she go? I have no idea. Yeah, but this song is just great. Like, it is so, like, danceable. Like, it really is just, like, a very fun, danceable, high-energy kind of song. Like, every time that they play the song when I go out, like, it always gets a huge response. Like, literally the second that people hear, like, that la, 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 like, everybody knows. It is just great. It's, like, this is such a good one to sing along with because it's, like, very sing-songy. I feel like the melody is, like, very sing-songy, if you know what I mean, and it just makes it, like, really, like, entertaining to sing along with. Yeah, this song is great. I love the video. I love how she's, like, playing this, like, domestic 50s housewife with an apple pie, like, to the public, but then she goes in her house and it's, like, this huge, like, scandalous orgy. Oh my god, it's just so good. Like, I really love when Britney intentionally is trying to push buttons and she gets a response every time, because people are idiots. So, like, I just love that. I love the song. I love the scandal. It is fabulous. What could top it? This is a weird pick. Number 2 is Rock Me In. This was, I believe, a Japanese bonus track. Like I said, I just love when the girls go rock, and this one is just straight up one of my favorite Britney songs. It is so, like, euphoria to me. To me, the chorus in this song just absolutely goes off. I get so hyped to it. I just really enjoy, like, the rock instrumentation. I love that heavy, like, electric guitar. And everything about the song is just, like, so upbeat and so much fun to me. I, again, know that this is kind of, like, one of the more obscure cuts. I feel like I don't see, like, tons of love for it. But me, personally, as a pop rock girly, I just cannot get enough of it. Rock Me In, I was obsessed with in high school. Like, this song, I was so obsessed with. I literally would listen to this every morning because it just, like, set me off. Like, this song just really gets me hype, and I still listen to it to, like, get me in the mood to party. Like, it is just, like, this infectious, upbeat energy. Like, I love when she's like, if you come over, we could fly away together, let's go. And then you just get into that huge chorus, which is so catchy. Like, seriously, one of the actual, like, legitimately most catchy choruses in any Britney song. I'll die on that hill. Like, I will die on that hill. It just sounds so great. Like, I love how she sounds like she's, like, gliding with the music, if that makes any sense. I don't think I'm making any sense. Like, I just feel like her voice just like glides in this song, especially on the chorus, and it just sounds like so satisfying. Like, she just sounds so pretty on it. Like, this is seriously just like such a gem. Like, this is a diamond in the rough. I just feel like not a lot of people really know this song outside of Britney stans, and it's unfortunate because it really is just like a fun pop rock track. And I just, again, love when Britney goes pop rock. It's this one and Don't Keep Me Waiting that are my favorite, like, pop rock Britney songs. I just love it so much. I'm picturing a video for this as being, like, really simple. Like, I want to be in black and white, but, like, there's, like, splashes of color, and I want her to be wearing, like, an outfit that has like a little bit of pink on it and that's like standing out. Like, I don't know, like I'm picturing a visual for this where it's like mostly just very simple. It's just like her dancing, but yeah, there's like color. It's giving like Nickelodeon advertisement from the 2000s. I need to like stop. Like, I have no idea what I'm actually saying right now. I don't know. I really love this song. I really wanted there to be a video or like some acknowledgement of it. Nowadays, I don't feel like that's ever gonna happen because again, it was like this random obscure bonus track in, I'm pretty sure it was Japan. Yeah, but this one, if you know it, you know. Like, this is just really, really great song. I feel like I don't even need to explain. If you know this song, you just know. Number 1 is Unusual You. This is my second favorite Britney ballad. It's either this one or Shadow that are my favorite Britney ballads, but Unusual You, this is the exact opposite of the last song. This song just gets me in my feelings. It's very like emotional, and it's one of my all-time favorite Britney songs for that reason. I just really appreciate the lyrical depth of the song, because what is it about? It's about her saying like, you're so unusual. Didn't anyone tell you you're supposed to break my heart? Like, you could just tell from her previous relationships with men, she just doesn't have the trust for anybody else to come into her life like that romantically, and she just doesn't believe that anyone in a romantic relationship could treat her kindly based on her previous experiences. That is just very, very sad, and it's very like moving in the song. Like, it definitely makes the song very like layered and very, very complex to look into, and just really like sad. Like, it really is like a sad song. I love the line, when I'm with you, I can just be myself. You're always where you said you will be. Shocking, because I never knew love like this could exist. Like, I'm tearing up. Like, I'm actually tearing up right now. Like, I can't hear the song without crying, because like that's the reason that I listen to it, is to cry, and it has served that purpose very well. Yeah, like, this song is just so great. Like, it is very, in a non-personal discography, a very personal song. And I'm not sure necessarily if that was the intention. Like, I don't know if this was really supposed to relate to Britney's life. I don't know if she was feeling it that way, but that's just what I get from it, because I really do just think that, like, maybe she does have this lack of trust in relationships, and she doesn't even believe in having a healthy relationship because she's never seen it. She's never had a model of it. And that is just so, like, devastating to think of. And like I said, just brings this extra layer to the song that makes it very complex and makes it very fascinating to like look into. And it makes it a very, very good, devastatingly sad ballad. And that is why I love it so much. There's just so many good lines in here. Like, I love been so many things when I was someone else, boxer in the ring, trying to defend myself in the private eye to see what's going on. Like, just so good. Like, it's just such a well-written song. And especially like the chorus where she's like, only an angel can be so unusual, sweet surprise I could get used to. Like, you can just really sense like the vulnerability. You could sense like the broken place that she's coming from singing the song, and I just absolutely love it. The bridge also, oh my god, like, can't believe that I almost didn't try when you call my name. Now everything has changed. Like, oh my god, like I like am crying. Like, I'm actually tearing up. Like, I'm sorry, I just cannot like talk about the song without like getting emotional. It is just, it's one of her best ballads. Like, I'll just say that. Like, it is just seriously one of her best ballads, and this is unusual for me. Like, talk about unusual you. Like, I never have a ballad at like first place, but yeah, on a album that is filled with bops and bangers and dancey songs, yeah, it's the ballad that comes out being my favorite, which is really crazy, but definitely goes to show just how good the song is. Like, I don't know what else to say. I just really, really, really love this song. It's a top 20 Britney song for me. I feel like I could say confidently it's definitely a top 20 Britney song. I just absolutely adore Unusual You. And I just love how it sounds too. Like, this one also kind of sounds like it could have been on Blackout. Like, you do have just those kind of like more subdued vocals and kind of like this electronic production, but it's not as like fast-paced necessarily as a lot of the other songs, obviously, because it's a slower song. But yeah, I just think that it sounds cool. The lyrics are great, and it just works. Like, this song just works on every single level. I absolutely love it, and that is my ranking of Circus. I am so sorry this video was so long, but I just, how am I not supposed to talk this song about Circus? Like, this Circus is just such a classic album. It's so iconic, just like the imagery alone. Like, I feel like so many people know Britney as being like in that circus outfit with like the top hat on. It is just so legendary. This is such a legendary era for her, and just the 2000s in general, just pop music in general, really. I absolutely love it. It's not necessarily among my favorite Britney albums. I would say it's probably like 7th, 6th place, like around there. But that doesn't really matter. Like, I literally love every single Britney album like it's my own child, so whatever. I really do think this album is just so quintessentially Britney. It's beyond the fact that, like, just sonically, you know, it's like upbeat, dance pop, fun, whatever. I just think that she brings her personality a lot to this record. And you just sense that. Like, that's what makes a great Britney album. It's the fact that, like, she has her unique performance style that she brings to this record. And it makes sense because it's like you can't keep your eyes off her. Like, she's the center of the ring, just like a circus. Like, it just really does make sense. And she does do a good job at creating this, like, zany, kind of like off-putting atmosphere. And I just love that so much about this record. It is sad looking back on this because this was the first album released when she was under her conservatorship. And to me, I don't know if like anyone else thinks this, but like always separated her career into like pre-conservatorship albums, so like Baby to Blackout, and then from post or like during conservatorship, so Circus to Glory. Specifically the stretch of like Circus and Femme Fatale and Britney Jean, like you could tell she wasn't necessarily, like she didn't necessarily have as big of a creative hand in these albums. And that's not to say that they're bad. I mean, I know people don't like Britney Jean. I personally actually do like it. I do recognize it's her weakest, but whatever. But yeah, like you could tell at the very least from like In the Zone and Blackout, like she had a lot more creative freedom in those albums. I feel especially Blackout, and that's why that one is her best. It feels like during this era, she was obviously being more controlled and they were trying to get her image like rehabilitated. And I do think that kind of reflects in this album because it does feel a little bit more like, yeah, she was given these songs to sing, but I don't necessarily see that as a negative because she still brought it. Like, I don't care if an artist is given songs to sing, but just like bring it, like give the performance of your lifetime when you're doing it. And that's what she did on this album. And I feel like gradually she got a little bit more checked out as like the conservatorship went on. But on this album, I still do see like that spark in her, but instead it feels a little bit more like she recognized that she was under all these strict controls. So on this album, it feels like she was trying to prove herself. Like, she's trying to prove, okay, I could still do this multi-platinum selling album and sell out, you know, arenas worldwide and go on world's tours. And, you know, if I do that, maybe I could get my freedom back. And then, of course, they just didn't give it to her, which is ridiculous. But that's a whole nother tangent that I can't be going on right now. So yeah, like, I do think that there was maybe a little bit of a loss of, like, that spark that was there in her previous records, and that's why I do like have this firm line between like Blackout and Circus. Ironically, even though Blackout is like a darker album thematically and like tonally, it feels like Circus came out at a darker point in Britney's life, but it's the lighter, like a brighter album that's, you know, more upbeat and more colorful, but it came out at the beginning of literally the worst stage of her life. So yeah, it's kind of depressing to look back on. I'm so sorry, I just like kind of went on this like sad tangent at the end, but I can't talk about this album without really like thinking about the context of it. Like, this kind of was the beginning of that time in her life for her, of the conservatorship just like absolutely ruining and taking control of her. So yeah, I mean, as much as I love Circus, I can't recognize like this definitely was a product of a team that was trying to literally controller. So it's sad to think of, but that's just how it is. And you could even see that in the For the Record documentary that they did from this time, where, you know, she's literally saying, like, every day feels the same, like, I just don't enjoy being under this. But it's crazy that they aired that. Like, I genuinely cannot believe that they allowed that to air, especially knowing just, like, how tight-lipped her team was about her life and everything. But yeah, anyways, I'm so sorry to end this video on, like, a downer. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, I can't talk about this album without, like, thinking about the context, and it is just, like, a sad, like, thing to think about. Like, this was the beginning of the conservatorship time in her life, and I can't remove this album from that time, and I can't think of it without thinking about that. But regardless, like, taking all of that out, this album is still wonderful. Like, this album is still great. If you haven't heard it in a long time, definitely give it a listen. I mean, it's still Britney. It's still absolutely iconic. And even though it is sad to think about, like, the context of, like, how it was released and the time that it was released in, it's still a very, very strong record. Let me know what your guys' favorites from this album are, and I will see you in the next one.